Welcome to ATT Live. I'm Braden.
I'm Zell.
I'm Dan.
And I'm Andrew.
Mega Andrew. There we go. Look at this guy. He's humongous.
Can't even fit. So big. Can't even fit.
So big he's in two.
My lats are so huge.
We cannot make a stream to contain him. You guys know I'm a purveyor of the finer things.
Of course.
Great
Yes.
antiquities. Antiquities?
Antiquities?
Antiquities.
Yeah, I love those antiquities.
Antiquities.
So everyone knows that I own the smallest pair of sunglasses. I don't know if you knew that or not.
They're up there. Yeah, they're near
up there?
They're yeah.
So someone messaged me and was like,
should put them on.
someone messaged
Is this
me and said,
is that why you're still hanging on to that hairline? You like those
Yeah.
fucking ancient things that are falling apart?
yeah, the ticketies. So someone sent me a pair of some sunglasses, and they're like, I guarantee you these are a little bit smaller than the ones you have, and they look the same. They look the same style, and I was like, they're the exact same. Lo and behold, they are just the tiniest bit smaller.
No. You lost your
Fantastic.
title.
Look at that.
Well, but now you got it back.
Well, now he
Leo
has
has
Well, I still have them.
Yeah,
Now he
so
still
he has them.
owns.
Look at those fucking things.
Now he owns both the smallest
great.
and second smallest pair of
Yeah.
sunglasses.
Can you zoom in on just on your face?
Do
you have that-
I
You
think
have that set?
Yeah, the tint is so dark I can't see. I have to look around.
You got to look under your lens.
Yeah. I think I got it. There you go.
All right, someone screenshot that. There you go.
Good work.
Memeable material. You're welcome.
Jamie was like, "You look like the king of the lizards when you wear that." So I was like, it's-
You look like you should be selling opium to China in like 1800s.
yeah, it's they're comically small. I love them. They're my favorite. Thank you, I am Groot, for that. Starting the beer fund off early. We got lots to talk about. First off, I mean, we got the big ticket item. We got Mexican pickle babies.
For the first time ever, aliens in a coffin, I believe.
Yeah.
For the first time ever.
Like wheeled in on a coffin. We've got to talk about this. This is
This is the first time ever you have like a congressional hearing where they're like, look at these things.
Check these babies out.
There were some great memes where someone was like puts the knife and it's like, it's cake.
Cake.
Totally real. Yeah, I guarantee
Well,
it.
like the first thing that stood out to me is the way they were handled. Like they weren't handled like they were some like delicate specimen, you know? They were like little guy, but he's like, yeah, here it is right here. Have a look.
Mm-hmm.
Oh shit, I
them out
dropped
there.
it.
Yeah. Wheel them out there. They're not in vacuum sealed containers or anything, no.
Well, they're
You know?
petrified.
Still.
Okay. So this was in Mexican Congress, right? Is this where this took place?
Yeah, I believe so. This was a hearing held by the Mexican Congress, and it was organized by one Sergio Gutierrez Luna, who is a lawmaker from the governing Morena party, and apparently he's vying for the position of governor in the state of Veracruz.
You know how you're gonna get that title? Fucking aliens.
Well, I mean, it worked for that one guy who ran for mayor when they were chasing the chupacabra. Like that worked out pretty well, I think.
I'm getting roasted in the chat. Keegan Robin, who just said, you looking like Lesfius instead of Morpheus.
Nice.
Good. I like that.
Oh, that's fucking good. Yeah.
So yeah, this is not the first time we have literally talked about these aliens.
These exact specimens.
These are the same aliens or non-human entities that we talked about on our alien mummies episode. What was it?
264 or something?
264?
Something like that. Alien mummies, it's called. Search it.
These
episode.
are the ones that we talked about. And the guy who brought him out, the Jaime Maussan, is a Mexican journalist, or at least he lives in Mexico, and brought wheeled these puppies out. And like, I was like, hey, when I saw the pictures, the photos of these things kind of coming out there, I was like, wait, no, I've seen these before. Wait a minute. And no, these are the ones that he talked about. This is the one that when this This is 2017. These things have been around at least since then, because that was when that's when Gaia did like its Nazca mummies, and they had the one that was kind of like curled up in the fetal position. People, if you search it, you'll find that one. But then there was the two other ones. These ones, 2 or 3 of them, I believe, several, that they said that they had. Jaime said that a like private collector or somebody had in their possession, and so these are the same ones. Like I 100%, like when we were researching this, I'm like, no, those are the exact same ones. The CT scans and all the stuff that they showed in those photos, like we've seen those are from that documentary way back when.
So it's just like a relaunch, eh? They're just trying to relaunch the same ones.
Push it again. Yeah, push it second push.
Yeah. I thank you, Tyler Hall. Tyler Hall gives a little chip in for the beer fund, and that's one half of the Conspiracy Hall podcast. Thank you.
So Mr. Mousen apparently was invited by Sergio Gutierrez Luna, the guy who organized the entire hearing. And so the hearing was supposed to kind of herald a more like introduce the top. Well, it's like to introduce the topic of like UAP phenomena, like extraterrestrial phenomena into the the legislative arena of Mexico.
You can go watch some of the videos of like this hearing and like look at some of the people like in the background. Some of those people are like, I did not want to be here today. They're sitting there
I mean, this came right on the heels of the other, like we had over before, like a couple weeks ago, or was it last month almost, or 2 months ago, when Grush and them had their UAP hearings in the United States, and this was like right around the same time, and we'll talk about it later. But the NASA UAP report was also coming out as well. So, I mean, the timing couldn't have been better, I suppose, to kind of, if you wanted to kind of keep the idea or the concept of having discoveries of extraterrestrial life in the public eye, like this.
Yeah, you want to stay relevant, right?
Yeah, if you want to.
I'm excited for the fucking sales pitch.
So, I mean, they made the same claims that they had made previously about these things. Mousen claimed that these specimens had been studied by scientists instead of like the Peruvian scientists. Now he said that these specific specimens, the ones that he had wheeled in and dramatically revealed in front of the Mexican Congress. Now I'm thinking about like,
look what I have.
Now I'm thinking about like the Iron Chef, like the old Japanese Iron Chef, where they're like, today's secret ingredient is
these bodies.
It just seems like such a weird way to like, we got aliens. Like you have to just wheel them in and legit like, here you go.
It's all about the fucking flair, boys.
It's like, shouldn't those be like in like some like airtight sealed container? We don't know what they're made of. Like, are they going to seep disease out of them when you open them up?
The guy like whips one out and he just bonks it on the table like a gavel. He's like, no worries, no problem.
It's petrified.
Wait till you can find out you can buy it for $500.
Yeah.
Stick around till after the presentation.
Yeah. We've got keychains.
We got everything. All right, welcome, my friend. You want new and improved Mexican pickle baby, huh? Yeah. He's a little small. Hat. Yeah. He's good.
No, in Mexico, he's the chile baby.
Chile babies, huh?
So wait, aren't these the same as the Peruvian pickle babies?
It's like a pickle baby, but spicy, huh? Yeah,
we got tequila pickle baby.
So Mousen claimed that these, well, actually not these specific specimens that had been, but like another one that he said that it was owned by an unnamed like Mexican man, I guess, owned like these specimens or had these in his possession, and that he had taken them to the Autonomous National University of Mexico, who he claims were able to draw DNA evidence using radiocarbon dating. And then that when the comparison was made to other DNA samples, the claim is that they found that over 30% of the specimen's DNA was unknown.
Which is like tells you everything you want to hear there. That's aliens.
Yeah.
Right? What else is that going to be?
So it's 30%, you said, unknown?
30% is unknown.
So
70% possum.
paper mache.
So apparently, after the images of those mummies started circulating, so in short
They leave out that
order,
part. They're like, this is a 70% a fucking elementary school project. They're like 70%. They're like the other 30. We have no idea.
We don't know.
collective gasps in Spanish, like
Dios mío.
El gasp.
I know this whole thing about like radiocarbon dating and DNA. They seem like they just took two separate concepts and somehow connect them together.
Oh yeah,
like
yes.
like DNA sampling and like date testing. Is that one and the same?
No.
It seems like two completely different
listen,
things.
it's no different than when
asking.
you go to the Mexico dental resorts. All right, right? It's the same thing. 2 for 1. You come down, you have your resort, and you get your teeth all fixed. Right?
We dated the carbon of this object. It's so many thousands of year old, but we also used that dating to also figure out what the DNA was.
Yeah.
Doesn't make sense to me.
So apparently, in short order, after the photos and kind of the accounts of this conference kind of got out and stuff started circulating in the newspapers, you had the Institute of Physics at the National Autonomous University of Mexico, which Mousen claimed had done tests on this, released an actual statement making it clear that its researchers had never examined the specimens themselves, but merely had done carbon testing in 2017 on skin samples provided by a client.
On skin samples on something they were sent. They don't like make the connection. It was these things.
Yeah, they just could have
We
been
tested
really anything.
something from this client, but we don't actually know if this is the same thing. Radiocarbon dating, also DNA testing in the same the same slide.
Balling on a budget, man.
Yeah. I mean, like the quotes from them are like, the university lab that did the testing disassociates itself from any use, interpretation, or subsequent misinterpretation of the results it provides. The institute said, in no case do we draw conclusions about the origin of these samples. So
they're taking the safe way out. They're just like, nah, we don't know.
We have no idea. You guys sent us some stuff. We tested it. We said this. It could have been half an artichoke. We don't know.
So how old was the subject if it was radio dated?
So I think they said that the bits that they got to carbon date were at least like 1,000 to 800 years old, is what they were saying. At least the material that they tested.
Whatever they tested, yeah.
Yeah, whatever they tested was somewhere between 1,000 and 800 years old.
So it's fucking papyrus paper mache.
So they also did.
It's made of the old Dead Sea Scrolls.
Yeah.
This company also did the DNA testing. Then I'm guessing.
Which one? Are you talking about the university?
They also
they
did
did.
the screen printing.
They did the radio dating. Is that how they came up with 30% DNA as well? The same test?
I don't think they did the same test. I think I remember the DNA testing being done by a different
Someone else.
They had these results like back, I mean, from 2017, I guess. So they had done at least, I guess
they put some time into it.
Yeah. I'm not sure where they did the DNA testing. I can't remember.
I couldn't find it either. I couldn't really in the quick article, couple quick articles I read. I couldn't find we did this DNA test. It just made it sound like it was the same test. I was like, oh.
Yeah, I know. I don't know if they've had it done at multiple places. I'm pretty sure we might have talked about it at least in some point during our alien mummy list.
Right, because if it's say like humans and chimps are not that different, like a few percent or something. 30% seems like a lot if you're like a humanoid shape.
Right,
if that was true.
Yeah, and it's like, it's like, yeah, it could be 30%. It could be really anything, or the fact that like you've handled it in such a terrible way that most of the DNA is like degraded to this point. It's nothing. It's just like, yeah, it's all been kind of just worn away. It's in proper handling and storage. If you kept these things in the coffin box, like I don't know what they were keeping them in before they put them in those nice looking boxes.
Attic. Just piled up.
Yeah. Mousen apparently told Reuters that like last Friday the test results were actually not directly related to the two bodies that he showed at the Mexican Congress, but he said that they were conducted on an entirely different body that they know, I guess they collectively call Victoria, which actually remains in Peru. So yeah, it's like these two ones. So one of them apparently is like, you see this other CT scan or like an X-ray of it, said that it was discovered to have eggs inside of it. Like that's the they showed that picture. I remember seeing that one. It's like, oh, it's got these three round objects inside of it, so they must be eggs, I suppose, as Mousen claims.
Someone's like CK in the chat saying they're using that Scott Steiner math to figure out the age.
Yeah. Oh my god, I just watched that fucking promo today.
Dude, that promo's phenomenal.
I just watched that promo today for some reason.
If anyone listening doesn't know what we're talking about when we say the Scott Steiner math promo,
the numbers don't lie.
The numbers don't lie.
Disaster.
Yeah, fucking hashtag look that up. It's one of the funniest things you'll ever see.
You got 33 and a third chance of winning. But yeah. Now the fact that the presence of these beings or whatever these objects, whatever you want to call them, at here kind of raises some questions about like how Mousen got them to Mexico and got them out of Peru, because Peru has some pretty strict within the last couple decades or so, like Peru's kind of made a lot more stricter moves and like, the transportation of like relics out of the country, as have a lot of South American countries, like rightfully so.
And you can barely get into the country. Zell's been trying to for like 4 years now.
I tried so many times to give up.
They just keep taking his money and then telling him to pound it.
Well, tell him you're trying to repatriate some pickle babies, and they'll say, yeah, let you back in. It would just make a couple paper mache.
They know Zell's, they took one look at Zell. They know this guy's got sticky fingers.
Oh, for sure. They already have enough vampires. They don't want any other ones.
He's coming out with bricks from the temples, right? This guy's
I'm stealing anything I can.
There.
If I get in there, it's coming back to the studio.
It's not bolted down. It's coming back.
Yeah, so I mean, there was some rumblings of apparently, like I think Peruvian culture minister Leslie Urteaga, I guess, made some comments about perhaps like bringing like criminal complaints filed against Mousen for if these objects were actually of Peruvian origin, like then they'd be in trouble.
No, I think that's what you have to do, because I'm like, You need to suss out these hoaxers right away, and if they're peddling a hoax to try to make any money, there should be, if there's a way to criminally prosecute them, do it, right? Because they're either going to double down and, hey, maybe we're all in the wrong, and these things that look fake.
Yeah, but how are you ever going to be able to do that when 30% is unknown?
Yeah, I guess so.
Got no clue, buddy.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but I suggest if everybody wants to know more about these mummies, like, go back and listen, because these are the exact same ones. They're the same ones. I was all excited.
You gotta keep throwing it at the wall. So
I was so excited. I was like, alien mummies. All right, cool. And I'm like, all right, neat. I'm like, wait a minute. I've seen this one before.
Suspicious.
Just a rerun.
Yeah, this is so. I mean, Kyle Goodrich says it's cake. It's 100% cake.
That's okay.
The cake was convincing.
The other thing that's been popping off that I just fucking loved is our old boy Stephen Greer.
Right.
This is breaking news. If you haven't heard this, holy shit, buckle up, because we're about to get disclosure. Because Stephen Greer says he's working with a team.
Whether you like it or not,
he's working with a team of, who knows, mercenaries, scientists. I don't
highly
know.
Sophisticated.
One of each.
Dude, highly sophisticated individuals. That's it. Highly sophisticated.
Is that what he said? Highly sophisticated individuals. Just that.
When I seen him say it, that's what I heard. I'm actually not sure what he heard.
Oh, okay.
And he says that he is this team task force or whatever he has. They're going to help enforce and take over illegal top secret sites that have non-human crafted technology.
Now, did he tweeted this out? Like, he tweeted this, or was it like
an interview? It's an interview.
It's an interview.
Yeah, with him.
Okay.
Right.
So,
and
like, what do you
like,
mean? What does he mean illegal? Like, what constitutes? Like, it's government. How is it illegal?
If they're
it's illegal
because
they're covering it up and using taxpayer money.
Yeah, and he.
So how the fuck is he gonna like?
We're gonna find out.
Hey, we're gonna find out, Andrew. All right. He's gonna bust in there, and he's gonna take them over. Now, I'm sure we're all waiting. Like, holy shit, he must have one Like he must have a couple that he has in mind. Nah. He's saying that well, what he needs first off is he needs whistleblowers to tell him where exactly these top secret human and non-human technology is located and where the alien bodies are, so he can go and take over.
Like I just,
and
like,
if anybody could get me like a fucking, you know, like a day pass or something in there too, maybe, you know, like
this could be just him showing up with like a handful of other guys.
So
that
if
look
anyone
just like
could
him.
provide me with a team and task force,
well, maybe you can hire that dragon guy.
Yeah. They're all gonna new Rudo run into Area 51 or whatever, Wright Patterson Air Force Base,
and then they just get melted by directed energy laser beams. That just fucking incinerate them.
Don't even get me started on that. I like anime's cool and everything. That run drives me fucking nuts. Nobody's faster when they don't use their arms.
Scientifically proven, Andrew, to run.
Nobody's faster when they don't use their arms. And then when you stick your chin out, somebody's just gonna uppercut you. You run like that, I'm just gonna uppercut you.
Yeah. Well, it's too fast though.
No.
I think
you're going so fast.
Stephen Greer's pretty serious about this. I think he's actually met with some of the members of Congress who were on that UAP committee. There was a Congresswoman Luna, I believe, at least her is like. And he's like, listen, taking a meeting with him. Like,
I need the locations. I need the locations.
Names.
I need names.
I need places.
And he's like, I also need a team, please. I need SWAT. I need anyone. I need some sort of law enforcement team to associate me.
SWAT, right? Like,
so he has nothing. It's his credibility of saying this is the same thing as this. We're making an announcement here. So far, our task force, us four, we have more people on the task force ATT to take over these black sites than Stephen Greer. Stephen Greer, if you're listening to this, you can come join our task force. All right?
Join forces.
Yeah, we got the smart guy. We got the guy with the glasses. We got a vampire.
Yeah. We got the A-team already.
Right? The A-team over here.
ATT
team.
So Greer, you can join our task force. Now we'll have 5. Right? It just
what's Stephen Greer? Because it's like I guess I'm the brains, and like Andrew's the muscle, Zell's the wild card, and Braden's the looks. Then what does Stephen Greer bring? Like,
maybe Stephen Greer just play me. Yeah.
Hopefully he brings the money. Yeah, we need the money.
Financial backing is what we're lacking here.
You know, maybe we'll shoot a message out to him again and see if we can get him on to ask him.
Well, when we first heard of Stephen Greer, I was like, man, this guy's awesome. He was the first guy to stand. He was a stand up in front of Congress, the first guy to actually. But right before 9/11, he had that big conference on UFOs. And then 9/11 happened, and it lost all.
He did that one. He did the one, like, I just remember watching that one documentary that he had, like the whole like Valiant Thor stuff and like all of that. Like I remember that one that he did, and I was like, oh yeah, Stephen Greer's like pretty legit. And then it just kind of like went kind of downhill kind of fast. You're just like, whoa, okay, like this is a bunch of stuff you're saying.
I feel like he's now kind of like on like the Alex Jones level. Some stuff he says is right probably, but he's bought and sold on so many different topics now. It's hard for him to lock anything down.
Pulling the old Linda Moulton Howe, just like
you keep shooting, you're bound to hit.
You throw everything out eventually.
Something's gonna stick.
But I'm like, for the average person like us who loves this topic, loves this thing, I'm like, I don't believe a word at this point that comes out of this guy's mouth. I'm always like, okay, where is this going? And then it's usually going exactly where I thought.
You're telling me how much was his retreat or whatever his thing is?
Yeah, but then, shit.
Buddy, you're gonna see an alien though.
Yeah,
it's like $200 or something.
Yeah,
in the desert.
It's a lot.
You're gonna see an alien, and you're gonna sign an NDA.
So much for $200 to cut in an NDA. It's like, you want disclosure, and like you won't even take me out to see aliens in the desert and let me tell everybody about it.
Yeah, no shit.
We must disclose the aliens, but you have to.
Hey, listen, that's what he's doing. He's just as bad. He's doing illegal shit, taking people out and can expose them to aliens, and is hiding it from everybody.
Yeah. What he should do is when you go out there, not only do you have to sign the NDA, you also have to sign up to be part of his task force to take over these black sites. Right? When the call comes, you must come, right?
Like, I don't know how he thinks he's like, are you gonna get a SWAT team to like break into like a secure government facility? Like, how is that? How do you even think that's gonna go down? Like,
I'll tell you. Yeah, that's exactly what's
Someone will die.
Yeah. Something tells me that Greer's not going to be on the front lines of this.
Like, I've seen that one video, that lady who pulled up to the military checkpoint of a base, and they told her to turn around, and she didn't want to turn around, and they just like busted her freaking window open. It's just like, okay, like, you don't fuck around on those places.
Yeah, there's like
bizarre.
I'm interested to, hopefully he finds one. I mean, that's he's got
What is he gonna? Is he gonna glue his hand to the fucking pavement? Like, what is he gonna do when he gets there?
I
Show me
think
the
he's
aliens.
I think he's just gonna show up and say, "I'm in charge."
Oh, right.
Right?
Yeah. Just declare he's in charge.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's
Who's
how it
in
works.
charge here? Me.
Oh,
Stand down.
got it. Here are the aliens, sir.
Tyler Hall with another beer fund edition there. Thank you.
Thanks, Tyler.
Fuck yeah, buddy. Thank you.
Woo.
Sunday night beer fund.
Like it.
It's it's interesting. Like I said, I'd like to see his thought process. Like, is this a guns a-blazing scenario where it's like, where he's like, I'm gonna go kill American citizens because there's obviously civilians on the space.
Yeah, what if they don't
Or, like,
even know
Coast Guard
if they're
duty. He's
aliens
like, just
on that
murder
base?
them all.
Yeah, but you're not gonna win. You're not gonna win. You're gonna get murdered.
Yeah, but like,
Like, what do you like?
The whole thing to me was funny because he announces this and then he's like, well, I need to know where they are first, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what's in
If you're
them.
gonna do this, it would
And
kind of seem
I need the task force. I have nothing.
seems kind of
I don't have anything. It's just me.
counterintuitive to
I
be
feel
like,
like-
I'm gonna announce exactly what I'm gonna do before I do it. Like, wouldn't
Yeah.
you want them to like take them by surprise?
No,
Like,
but think about this. He's putting all this out there in hopes that people will tell him. No, he's not. He's just trying to grandstand. He doesn't want anybody to tell him shit, so he doesn't have to do anything. I tried.
Yeah.
I tried. I put it all over my social media.
Yeah, that's true. I requested a SWAT team.
Yeah, nobody gave me one.
Yeah. It's so.
I mean,
it's
here
so
we're
funny.
officially offering, but we don't.
Yeah,
want
we're
that.
offering. Greer,
Yeah.
we will lend you. We three of us went to the shooting range
Oh yeah.
in Texas.
Dan was in the military. He already knows how to
Dan
shoot.
was in the Navy. All right.
could shoot a
We've
gun.
got. We're talking ex-veterans and
Yeah.
3
Trained mercenaries.
trade mercenaries.
Yeah. Loosely trained.
As we're flinching, as we're shooting anything semi-automatic. Ah!
Loosely trained with a 1-minute tutorial on how
Yeah.
to shoot the gun.
So Greer, you listen up. We're here. We're ready to take the base. You just send the location, and we're going in.
and money.
If we can
funny.
stop at a Wendy's on the way, and then I'll
Yeah,
be
yeah.
in.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
yeah. We
Sure.
got to top up for fuel.
Unless it's
This
in
is
Texas
good.
and we're going for brisket.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
Yes.
brisket.
Or
Actually,
Whataburger.
Whataburger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
or
Whataburger.
I go to
Whataburger's
Sonic
so
too.
good.
To be honest, I'm not that picky where I'd go as long as we're eating beforehand. I don't want to.
No.
Yeah,
take-
yeah.
I don't want
no
to take over a
hanger.
black.
I want
But
no
it has
hanger
to
on
be.
this.
It has to be long, like far enough before. You don't want to be gassy and bloated.
That's true.
It's true.
Yeah,
a couple
yeah.
You
hours
can't.
before.
You can't
All
mercenary.
right, all right. Fast
2
food.
hours.
Fast food, a hotel for the night before, and then
Yeah.
we'll get at her first thing in the morning.
Mm,
Yeah,
mm.
that's
Right?
fair. Well, then
I
we
think
need
that's
breakfast too.
Yeah,
Or
breakfast.
you want to
Well,
do fasted.
Holiday Inn
But if-
Express, something.
But if we
like,
have to Naruto run, Andrew's out.
all right.
I'm not
like-
doing it. You guys do that, and I'll be a fucking 200 yards in front of you, just high stepping.
Cody from Manitoba, thank you for the beer fund edition.
Manitoba.
Cody says
buddy.
Braden looks like if Andy Dick and Tom Green had a love child. Cheers, boys.
Yeah, it's a little
There
too
you go.
hefty though. They're both
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
skinny.
Yeah,
those
both
are
pretty
skinny
thin.
guys, yeah. Then they fed them, like force fed them, maybe.
Trapped you in your room.
We'll see. It's. I mean, it's always fun to see these headlines of Greer's pop off, and you're like, the funniest thing to me is that he has any credibility left attached to his name.
Oh, he does.
Does he? Does he
Well,
though?
Dude,
He-
like
enough-
UFO
enough
people
that
like
he
rip on him all the time.
Yeah, but he
Again,
talks
I don't
about
know.
aliens, so much traction, like so many views, and you're like, is it just?
He-
'cause
he's
he
a big
says these
name.
things? Yeah,
He's a
he's a
Oh, he
big name.
was. I mean, I feel like he just rides that
Oh,
for now. Like you get to a certain threshold in the UFO
All right.
community, and I think
Okay.
you just kind of pull.
Cajun Robin Hood said brunch mimosas, 100%.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
So little breakfast,
like that.
brunch mimosas,
I don't want to wake up too early.
and then yeah. So that this
a
makes
mimosa
sense.
or two
You don't
to
need grog.
Yeah.
calm down. Yeah.
Yeah. So like just before lunch, right? Because
Need
we
time
can probably
to stretch too.
yeah. Then we can hit the base, take it over,
5-minute. We need a
Have-
5-minute walk, a stretch, and then we're good.
have lunch in the base once we take it over.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
Yeah.
They have a
All right.
cafeteria.
I
probably.
like that. It's ludicrous to me because I'm like, these are military facilities in the United States where you live that you say are
You're
illegal,
gonna die.
and you are going to take them over with what you've requested.
Like a SWAT team. Like.
Okay. Best of luck to you, Greer. We're waiting for we'll have the lines open at the end of the show. You go
Mhm.
ahead.
Call in.
When you
know how to
have
reach
your
us.
alien bodies and wooden boxes to wheel out, we'll be there.
We'll be there. What else we got here? Oh, Zell, you got to talk about the cosmic. Zell loves cosmic events.
I love cosmic events.
He's been a part of a cosmic event, so it's
I
only
have.
fitting that you talk about this one.
I've witnessed a cosmic event destroyed. And this same thing just happened in Ireland this last weekend here. I guess there is a crater on the beach, and local astronomy enthusiast David Kennedy expressed his certainty that this was a cosmic event and believed the rock he found in the bottom went fallen from space.
And this made the news.
Mainstream news. This was published as a cosmic
it's a cosmic event.
It's a
Yeah.
cosmic
All cosmic
event.
events should make the news.
Yeah,
Shouldn't it?
I agree.
Yeah.
All cosmic events should make the news. Hold on, I'll see if I can pull up a cosmic event Ireland so we can show everyone.
It's a hole in the beach. It's not even that. It's not big.
It's not.
It's a hole.
You can picture it. Big hole.
Like someone just removed. It looks like someone just removed like a boulder from the beach.
Yeah.
Or someone dug a hole. One of the two. That's what it looks like.
So after
Or a cosmic event.
Yeah,
or
or
a
a cosmic event. It's really no
Very small meteorite.
If you are, if you're an astronomy enthusiast, it looks like a cosmic event.
And it's so funny because afterwards, all social media, a video is going viral, and the viral video is of a couple dudes just at the beach digging a hole, and
As dudes do.
This is two guys, Charlie Wallace and Peter McAvoy, these Irish dudes, seeing this on the news, and they're like, "No, here's our footage from the day us digging it with a plastic shovel,
yeah,
like a kid shovel.
yeah. Funny, they're just doing what all bros do at the beach, man. We dig holes.
Dig a hole.
You got to dig a big old hole.
It's
fun.
Dig a diggy hole.
And they
That's
had the
what
video
bugs
of
me
them.
with this type of shit. It's just people like these professionals. They
Nerds.
They want it to be
These
so
nerds.
bad. They've been looking so hard for a cosmic event. They're like, this is the only thing.
You know, this is how bad news is in Ireland, that they were so starved for a story that they just took some random enthusiast. He's not a professor. He doesn't he just likes astronomy. That's what he's quoted as.
Yep.
They took his testimony as fact, put it on the news for everyone to hear.
You couldn't find like a fucking cat fashion show or something like that to put on.
You couldn't find
Squawk
anything
News?
else?
Like, let's go. There's got to be something else.
You
other than
couldn't-
a random.
If
A
anyone
hole
had,
at the beach in the sand. Like, what
dude, if anyone
the
had
fuck
any
do you think it
idea,
was?
and that when he shows the rock, it's like a rock, it's like the size of a brick, so pretty
Yeah.
big, and the hole is relatively what you would think a meteorite with a rock that big. The hole would be like a meteorite 10 kilometers wide, pretty much destroyed the planet, killed everything. So this thing, a rock the size of a brick hitting at cosmic speed would crater it would be massive. But no, it was like a small hole with a rock. It's like, this is a fucking meteorite.
It's like walking down the beach and seeing a sandcastle and being like, oh, megalithic structure.
Yeah,
Better
exactly.
fucking call it in, buddy. Like, this is
That doesn't
amazing.
look
Cosmic
natural.
event.
And you know what? This motherfucker didn't even take a lick.
Yeah.
Wow. So how can he call himself a real astronomy
enthusiast?
What a dipshit. Like, honestly, what a fucking dipshit. That's got to be, you got to be like such an asshole after that.
You know how excited he was too. He was on the news, and then the next day, now everyone's like, "You fucking idiot."
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're going to have to remove expert from your Twitter bio, buddy. Like,
Yeah,
that's
come on.
fucking shame.
Armchair.
And now- Like legit, this is gonna go. This will stick around in the lore of this field forever now. That this made the news. Someone said it was a meteorite, and they're like, "No, I dug with a fucking plastic shovel." Come on.
Yeah, I'm sure this is gonna come up every year. This is gonna be the annual thing now.
Yeah.
Like every year, this day, 2 years ago.
We should track down David Kennedy every year and ask him how he's doing.
Doing all right, buddy.
From now on, it's David Kennedy Day, and we all just make fun of him. You nerd. Cosmic event. Just bully the poor guy nonstop.
The story was posted on September 14th, but I don't know if he must have found. I'm not sure. I'm not sure when when they made the discovery or whatnot. But we'll call it September 14th every year is David Kennedy Day.
Yeah.
When you try, no, it's even better. You have to try and convince your local TV station that you found a cosmic event
I
somewhere
like
in
that.
your city.
Cosmic event day. It's where you go out, take a picture of anything, and then try
it's
to
cosmic.
fool as many people that what you're seeing is in fact
You just
a cosmic
say
event.
you just say you're a space enthusiast.
We
Yeah.
could get on Castnet. We could.
Oh,
for sure.
buddy, me getting on Castnet
100%.
wearing these glasses, 100%.
Hey, we'll reach out to our local Castnet correspondent, Nick Johansson, and we'll get on there. No problem.
Yeah, Nick, he was on the show.
He's on the show, episode 3, maybe 3 and 4, early days.
Yeah. Then
He still works for Castnet News.
And we couldn't have anyone on the inside of big media.
Yeah,
It's fair.
no. Anyways, it's just a funny story. I can't believe that
Poor guy.
made headlines.
That's
Yeah.
good. Yeah, I didn't catch wind of that story until after it was like saw just the pictures of people digging a hole, and I'm just like, oh man, that sucks for that guy.
Yeah, that fucking sucks.
But it's also like, come on, dude. Yeah, like a brick size.
Do
like
better.
That would be huge. It'd be like an artillery shell makes like a fucking bigger hole in that or whatever.
Exactly. So when it's hitting Earth at 30,000 kilometers an hour or whatever, it just incinerate that entire beach is gone.
Yeah, it would have been glass. Like crazy.
Just
we
funny.
had one of the questions coming from Facebook was that, and I know Dan prepared this. That's why I highlighted this question. Where is it?
Of course, Dan's definitely prepared for this.
Yeah, he is 100%.
Am I?
Yeah. Josh Wright had asked that this ATT Live that we touch on the NASA UAP report. Though not too much to it, but it's still cool, and he'd like to hear our thoughts on it. Dan, was I wrong? Was I wrong?
No,
he is prepared in this topic.
It was,
I thought for sure
someone
was asking Dan a racist question.
What's your thoughts on swastikas?
Has that episode released yet? I don't think so. I think it releases tomorrow. Tune in. Dan tells you how cool swastikas are.
Make a great logo.
And the show ends after tomorrow.
That's it.
We told Dan we want to be edgier.
I would say that the opinion that there is not much to it might be a little overstated. I think there was a lot to kind of the UAP hearing. Like, yes, okay, the overall thing is that their NASA's official stance is that the evidence that they've collected and that was presented to them and the data that they have been able to analyze, they presents any like extraterrestrial origin, like any of this stuff.
All right, NASA. All right, you're photoshopping fucking Earth, right?
So
you're photoshopping pictures of Earth, NASA, and you're trying to pass them off as real. Now you're gonna sit here and tell me that no aliens. Okay. All right,
so yeah, they put out a briefing. Now the briefing was to actually announce kind of that the completion of an independent study that they had that NASA had actually commissioned about like their UAP independent study that they had commissioned. So at this briefing, you had the NASA administrator, Bill Nelson, who's a cool guy. I like Bill Nelson. He's always pretty neat. Former senator. You had Nicola Fox, who's the associate administrator, Science Mission Directorate, NASA headquarters in Washington. You had Dan Evans, assistant deputy associate administrator for research at NASA Science Mission Directorate. You had David Spergel, who's president of the Science Foundation.
Terrible last name.
And chair of NASA's UAP independent study team, so he was on it. And then so this independent study team, which was chaired up by Spergel, was made up of 16 experts from diverse backgrounds in science, technology, data, artificial intelligence, space exploration.
I don't like the term experts anymore. I want to call all these people enthusiasts.
Well, I think they were actually experts. I think they probably had at least PhDs.
Oh, well. So they're school enthusiasts, is what you're saying.
They probably get paid for doing science, or I would call them experts. Like I don't know what else to call them. So the actual independent study was formed last year, and it held its first public meeting in June of this year. And they were assigned pretty much the task to pinpoint the data available around UAPs and then produce a report that outlines a roadmap for how NASA could actually use the tools that it has at its disposal for things, tools in doing science and data collection, essentially, to evaluate and then categorize the nature of the UAP phenomena going forward. So it didn't take historical stuff, so it wasn't like they went back and like they retroactively analyzed a bunch of historical data. It was just the data that has been like pretty much like from here on out. They were just kind of figuring out a way.
Yeah, they're like, we don't want to look at any of the actual UFO stuff. We want to look at this small window where we know there was no extraterrestrial activity.
Well, like what they wanted to do is NASA wants to like basically be like, how can we help? How can we take the the vast resources,
get more money?
How can that was one of the things that basically like who's going to pay for it? Like that was a couple of questions that they got from from at least like two different news outlets.
Shit, there's money's in UFOs again. Well, we're on it. Put a team together. What can we do?
So yeah, but it's just NASA kind of asking like, how can we help and what can we do to try and add to our the entire global effort, or kind of like the unified effort to identify UAP that is becoming now more and more of a concern to both not only civilian people, but also like
for you, NASA. You want to know how you can help? Stop editing those photos. All right, I want to see a real picture Earth,
raw, not raw, uncut,
in its flat state,
flat self.
Right? I don't want any more of these renders, these 3D renders, NASA. That's how you can help. All right.
So they did announce that they had named a new director of research into UAP. So they have an actual person who's going to kind of that's their official title, director of research UAP, and then who kind of also doubles as their liaison with the U.S. government. The Arrow is pretty much they're going to be their go-between. And so to kind of like help facilitate the collection and analyzation of data as it comes in, and what they're going to direct their efforts however that they can. So one of the things that people said, like, okay, they go through this whole entire meeting, which I thought, at first I thought was kind of strange. That'd be like, you go through this entire conference and they don't tell you the name of the person who's being the official, who they said they named as official director of research isn't named. They don't give out the name. And it's like, buddy,
this is fucking wrestling 101, right? You want to keep the eyes on the product, right? You don't want to fucking give off the leads, right? You got to do a hot entrance, right? People are like, who is it? Are they bringing back Einstein?
Yeah. Make an impression.
I think the real key too is to make him hatch out of a giant egg. A fucking gobbledygooker.
So,
oh my God, it's John Cena. Because
that NASA T-shirt on.
NASA hat. Never give up.
So apparently, I mean, they do give a reasoning to this, and what they said was that apparently actually even prior to them naming this thing, the people who are on that task force, when they named those 16 experts, apparently some of those experts were actually targeted by online harassment. Like they went as far as like people, it's like, okay, so people were on there and there's probably those of us who are super enthusiastic and way too enthusiastic about aliens and stuff like that. And then those people were saying some kind of mean things and went as far as some of them received death threats about their work.
Jesus.
On the UAP report. So
I'll stop hiding the truth.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah.
So NASA was being a bit they were being a bit cautious about throwing out names into the public square. In case that would they don't want to see a repeat of this. Their kind of idea is that kind of behavior, that kind of targeted behavior and harassment is not good for science. It's not good for it. Doesn't allow science to be free. Is kind of what they kind of said.
I heard the same thing. This same talk from the principal in high school.
So. I thought it was a lot of the kind of stuff was kind of cool. So what they talked about in the actual official report is they said they went through like all of this stuff and said, Bandito Frito. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Bandito Frito, for that.
Ooh, boom.
I belong.
And Red Bill back to back.
Woo. Yeah, thank you for that. Someone asked, just to interject, Dan. Someone asked, does Dan ever get mad at you, jokers? There was a time there was in our Discord server where I was getting messages from people like, you guys don't even like each other anymore, do you? None of you guys are friends. You all hate each other. I was like, exactly right. That's
100%.
Is we're like Fleetwood Mac when they made the best.
Yeah.
Right. We all
the greatest
cheated on
rock
each
albums
other,
of all time.
and we all hate each other's guts now.
Keep the hate fresh.
But we're contractually obligated to keep the show going.
It's a so I don't even know what I was talking about before, but one of the interesting things I found from the UAP conference was they were talking about how they're like, of the two ways that we can find UAPs, or what's going to be the most productive approaches to finding the secrets of UAP or solving the mystery, is there's going to be a bit of one of the comparisons they draw I thought was pretty salient was they were going to say there are two ways you can figure out stuff kind of in science. Number one, you create a very accurate model of what you're looking for, a very super accurate model of what you're looking for, right? So if for instance, like you're looking for a needle in a haystack, right? So you need a model of what the needle looks like. You know exactly what it is, what it looks like, how much it weighs, all of that stuff.
So like we need to find it before we can find it.
Right. Well, we need to know what it looks like before we find it.
You know who else said this? Stephen Greer said the same thing about something else.
But the thing is like we don't really have any like consistent data on how UFOs present themselves. I mean, if you look at any chart of like UFOs, they present themselves in many different forms.
We know from as we know from the show, like we've talked about so many different. There's some that line up, and you're kind of like, well, these are similar, but there's been tons where you're just like, these are fucking way out there. So it just. Thank you, Red Bill. It just came through. I don't know why we saw it on the chat, but thank you. He said, hey, guys, I really love your stuff. Really enjoy the podcast about rocket engines. I build rocket engines for a living. Have a beer.
Oh, cool.
Woo.
That's fucking dope.
That's
what are you killing brain cells listening to this show?
Yeah, no shit.
What are you doing here, buddy?
It's fucking morons.
Jesus.
The show, yeah.
When did we talk about rocket engines?
I think we were talking about propulsion systems.
Oh, okay.
The space one. So I think that's the one he's referring to.
So, okay. And so the second approach, following on that, is that you can build a very accurate model of like the haystack. Like you're going to build out what exactly a haystack looks like, and then you're going to look for abnormalities within the haystack, right? Because if you know how it all looks, you can find out,
this is the dumbest shit I've ever heard.
That's not supposed to be there, you know?
NASA scientists came up with this? They're building haystacks?
No, that's just the comparison. This is the Star Trek thing where you're like, you explain something super complicated and then you're like, oh, okay, this is what it actually is. Because they also said that the best way to do this is that they're going to be able to leverage.
We tell NASA every fucking episode the best way. Keep those eyes on the skies. That's what we say at the end of every episode.
Yeah, and essentially,
the best way.
So essentially, yes, that is what they're kind of talking about. So one of the
they could ask me.
One of the hopeful kind of propositions that they made was talking about, okay, so they talked about leveraging the capabilities of both AI and machine learning, right? So, but in order for AI and machine learning to be fully effective, they need large data sets, right? You need a lot of stuff to like shuffle into them and be like, this is what you're looking for, blah, blah, blah. We have to train it to look at what it's like. One of the hopeful proposals they talked about, and I don't know if this is something they kind of have in the pipeline or they're just like kind of spitballing, was the idea that perhaps we could not only like machine learn, we have to leverage another piece of technology that's very common and everybody has: smartphones. Like you could use a smartphone, and they propose like an app, like somebody could design an app where you can essentially like record something that looks strange, UFOs, whatever, and then the sensor technology that a lot of smartphones have is, I mean, they can take a lot of.
You want me to do your job for you, NASA? That's what I'm hearing here. That's what I'm fucking hearing. This is the same thing as Greer. Hey, listen, we'll find these things. We don't know what they look like. We don't know, and we don't have any eyes on the skies. We could use some eyes on the skies. Hopefully, we can get everyone's eyes on the skies. It's crazy. It's a wild proposition. It's a good idea. Like, why couldn't you data mine these? But there's MUFON. There's stuff that has like a lot of these data sets already,
right?
Like they want real time, I guess.
So what they
want to hey, there's another like agency I think in the States that might be able to help you tap into everyone's phones quite easy. Another 3-letter agency. It actually is just drop the A.
another. I mean, NASA's for.
Yeah. Well, everyone knows the 1A silent.
That's
So
pretty cool.
the-
At least they acknowledge, like, have a little bit of acknowledgement towards the phenomenon.
it's actually the first. This is like the first task force that they've had in the history of NASA, actually like directly addressing the phenomena of UAP, unidentified.
If you see,
stuff.
we got the number popping up on the screen here. So if you got questions or you got
We
a
got
really
a
good
call.
story,
We got a call. There's waiting on the line.
oh,
Oh.
bro, let's bring him in.
I was
Bring
waiting.
him
I was waiting for the end of the segment.
I was waiting. Yeah.
Bring him in.
All right,
Call
let's bring him.
priority. Yeah, bring him on.
Let's bring him on. Hello, you're live.
Hey, it's Tyler Hall from West Side God, Virginia.
Woo!
Let's turn you up. Let's turn him up a bit here.
Say that again. It came through as a whisper.
Oh, you heard me. You
Yep.
heard me, Brayden. I said this is
There it
Tyler
is.
Hall from West Side God, Virginia,
Oh,
baby.
what's going on, buddy?
Hell yeah.
Hey.
Hey, boys, I got a pretty good story for you here tonight.
All right, let's hear it.
All right, hold on. It's from another witness. It's not from me.
You're subbing in
Hey,
your call.
Here. Yeah.
All
I
right.
got it right here.
Okay.
All right.
So a customer at my job insisted that Starlink was not Starlink, going across the sky
Yeah.
because it appeared to be like too close, and he was like arguing that it should be farther away. And he said, actually, like I can tell you, I think that's just like a flock of geese.
Okay.
Buddy,
But
well,
birds aren't
they-
real.
Like argued for like 30 minutes.
I mean,
They were at like a night sky like viewing party up on the park here, and that's what one of the visitors said to her.
I mean, they do have those white underbellies. I mean, I'm not saying no.
It's like going backwards. It's it's not like you're
like
oh.
reverse,
Yeah. It's like the opposite. Like that. Look at
like
that
reverse,
line of UFOs.
reverse FLIR technology.
Yeah.
Like they're like
You're trying
drones.
to. I don't.
Well, first off, I mean, that's fucking hilarious. Because first off, they fly in a V pattern mostly. So this kind of. Secondly, they're non-reflective. You've never gone into the night sky, and
They're wearing
maybe that's what
high-vis vests.
maybe what you think is satellites, and you go, "That's a satellite I'm seeing." Really, that's just a high altitude goose. I don't know. I don't know what I know anymore. To be honest, I'm so thrown off by how
It's
ridiculous.
a high vis goose.
It's
wearing
so-
proper PPE at all times.
It's so
Radioactive
stupid.
geese, man.
It's so
Watch out.
stupid that it might be right. I don't know at this point.
I was like, I was
Hey, those
expecting
were,
like, oh, Starlink is actually like UFOs jumping like, and then no, it's a geese. So wait, what?
Geese.
Hey, that guy's Dan's people. He was at Shenandoah National Park, so that's Dan's people right there. Nobody.
Shenandoah.
You know where we're at, Dan.
It's
That's some holler folk.
That's that is out there in Appalachia, which is just like, yeah, oh Jesus.
Oh Jesus.
And we'll have to get together soon, Dan. I owe you a couple beers, man. We gotta get together soon.
Yeah,
We're
dude.
so close.
Beautiful country out there.
yeah. When you got more episodes of your show coming or what?
Never. It's canceled indefinitely since
Boo.
her and I's engagement broke off because we're from West Virginia. She's my sister, so our engagement broke off. We had to break the news to our dad.
Yeah,
So
that's
we
That's
quit the
rough.
podcast.
That's rough.
Yeah. Well, we hate to see it. Hopefully, you guys can mend fences.
Yeah.
We hate family.
No,
shit.
we're just too busy, dude. We're busy, man. We
Yeah,
ain't got no
we-
time. We don't have time. Like, you guys don't work.
we all work.
We don't work. I wish I didn't work.
Nobody in this show works anymore.
Yeah,
Wish.
yeah,
The
Fucking
country's
wish.
falling
Wish.
apart.
Yeah.
Canadians don't work. All they do is podcast.
yeah, it's true.
I wish it was so easy.
Now,
No, keep up the good work, boys.
Hey.
I love you guys, and anytime I've got $10 to spare, I'm gonna hop on here about once a year and then throw it your way.
hey, thanks, buddy.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate it.
Every bit counts.
Hey.
Every bit counts.
You stay safe out
we
there.
love you guys.
All right. Have a good
Yeah,
night.
you too.
Take care, man.
You too, brother.
Peace.
Bye.
Thanks for calling.
A lot of people say that to me about the Starlink satellites. Have asked me like, "Well, they're so close together." And I'm like, from my understanding, my limited understanding about how satellites work.
No, your
Now
expert
it's-
knowledge.
now it's geese.
Lead with.
You're an
always lead
expert.
with
You're-
I mean,
expert.
sorry.
You've been telling
sorry,
everybody
sorry,
you're an
sorry.
expert for how long?
I'm a
finally
satellite
got the
enthusiast.
glasses.
I'm a satellite
Finally got your
enthusiast.
Satellite
glasses, let's
enthusiast.
go.
Yep.
From what I know, is
UFO
when they're
enthusiast.
first launched and they're in lower altitude, they're close like that, and then they slowly spread out over time.
That reminds me.
I don't even think the new launches of Starlink do that. They have like a reflective lens now, so they don't shine like that. 'Cause
Yeah,
people
they're-
astronomers are getting mad that they're blinding them.
They're like, I saw geese.
They're starting fires, boys. That's why.
Yeah,
The reflective
Fires.
nature of Starlink was starting the fires.
yeah.
Fires.
It makes sense.
It's all
to
Musk's
me.
fault.
Yeah.
Typical.
If you want to get in a call here, 1-833-703-0424. Tyler Hall set the bar high, so
Big time.
It's true.
Geese.
Geese, which is shocking because I thought it was going the other way for a second. I was like, whoa. That's a funny thing, though. That's a funny
usually
thing.
even more mundane explanation
Yeah.
for something that is mundane, like a mundane event, and
Yeah.
using even more mundane explanation for that. Like, wait,
well,
what?
it's also like in reverse, like not plausible. You're like, wait, what?
It's such a dad answer, hey? Like
Yeah.
when you're a kid, you ask your dad something, it's just geese.
Geese.
Don't worry about it.
Geese.
Geese.
Those damn geese again.
I started laughing because of the enthusiast and expert. I was like, in one of the articles, they labeled Jaime Maussan, the guy who brought in the Mexican aliens, as an alien expert. And I was like, wait, how do you get that title?
Dude, we're 100% alien.
You got
that's what I
fucking
said. I said,
experts.
we're
Paper mache
alien
fucking aliens in your
experts.
closet, buddy.
I was
Yeah.
like, we're alien experts or UFO experts. Like, we
We've
are.
done research. We've done research and had a weekly meeting about UAP and aliens for 7 years.
Yeah.
We've
So I'd be like, yeah.
8 years, actually.
8 years.
8 years in a month.
Like,
Yeah.
we are
All right.
UFO and alien experts.
Yeah.
All right, I think we actually have a real expert on the line here, though. Let's bring him on.
All right.
Brand-
Hello, drop us.
Let me talk to you. Let me
Yeah.
talk to you.
Let's hear
Hell
it.
yeah.
This is he's
Yeah.
not an expert. This
I
is an
just wanna
enthusiast.
He has more on the
I just want to
enthusiast
wish
side.
Mr. Conspiracy a happy birthday. Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is his birthday today.
Is it the 15th?
You didn't
No,
wish
17th.
him a happy birthday on his birthday? Come on,
Oh yeah,
man.
I shot him. I shot him a birthday, happy birthday on Facebook. I'm on there.
All right.
I got him.
Hey, guys, it's Burmeister in Phoenix. We're just here watching, saying hi.
In Phoenix or with Phoenix, your dog?
With Phoenix, the
Oh, with
dag.
Phoenix. Oh,
My dog, Phoenix. Yeah.
yeah. Thanks. Well, Miss Conspiracy, I don't think he watches the show anymore, but if he
He's
does,
never
he
watched
got
the show.
that.
He's never listened to the show.
Yeah, he might get it one day. We'll let him know. We'll
Refuses
pass
to
it
be part
on.
of the show.
Yeah, we'll pass
Hey,
it
I
on.
think you need to update. I think you need to update your beer fund. Yeah. Check your PayPal. Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have to check
I
it.
think we crushed your goal with a cheeseburger, and some whiskey, and some beer.
What?
Yeah. What?
All right. Well, we'll have to, I don't even know how to log into there, but
Whoa. Dream Day Entertainment with a large donation.
Hey, there you go.
are the lights?
Hey, well,
I got a nice tip at a wedding last night, so I'm passing it on to you. my
Hey,
friend.
can I turn the light brighter in here? Is that how good that is?
Yeah, you look pretty good.
You gotta take the hat off.
No, don't do
Take the hat off.
Let's not take the hat off.
that.
Brighten the lights. Take the hat off.
No.
That's
Hey,
how.
Andrew,
up, buddy?
it looks like you're selling some of your weight equipment there. Did you sell it?
No, buddy, it's just unracked. We usually record on fucking leg day, so I just leave it on. Today wasn't leg day.
Okay.
Yeah,
traps on traps.
Like, yeah,
usually pre-show, what you can catch him pre-show usually is he's loading the bar.
buddy. doing abs.
No,
I'm
he's
doing
loading
abs.
he's loading the bar before the show starts, so that everyone
Yes,
this right,
yes, yes.
all the weight he's got
Nobody
on
gets
there is
worried
loaded up
about
there.
that. Yeah.
You
It's
should
just
do
got
that.
to
That's amazing.
89. I mean, 1,000.
One more
Yeah.
chirp, and I'm gonna start doing squats right now. You know how it goes. I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, he's it's
He just edits. He edits the video so it's on loop, like he's doing like.
He
so many
edits.
push-ups.
He edits. Tell me you know nothing by saying he edits, because I barely know how to turn this fucking thing on. How am I gonna edit anything?
this is true. 99% of the time we're late is usually a tech issue on Andrew's side, or he's blown up his house
Oh, geez.
with all the power bars have blown because
happens.
he's running a sauna, some tanning beds, and his computer all.
Well, I'm
off the
trying to
power
get
bar.
I need a treadmill. My next purchase.
Buddy's saving lives, and he can't even work a screensaver here. I don't know.
Yeah, it's true.
Oh, buddy, people
All
are
right.
easy.
Well, I'll let you guys
Computers are
go.
hard.
I'm sure other people are. Sure, other people want to talk to you. Yeah. I just
Hey.
wanted to
Catching up
say
to
you guys
you.
are great, and you
Hey.
can't teach that.
Hell yeah.
Hey, thanks,
What?
Burmeister. Thanks for the
Numbers
thanks
don't
for the
lie.
beer fund.
Thanks, buddy.
I'll have to update
Have
that.
a good night,
Talk to
fellas.
you.
Cheers,
Peace.
man.
Later.
We'll catch you the next pod trip. Woo! What was that?
Even squat 2 times my body weight.
Someone
Fuck, dude.
someone instantly called as soon as I hung up.
Oh, right on. Let's get him on.
I could fucking squat over twice
Hello?
my body.
Hello.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you.
Can.
How's it going? I'm Aaron from Rialto.
Aaron, what's up, brother?
None much. I
What
just
are you
wanna do a quick
enthusiast
story.
of?
I sent a couple
Yeah, what's your hobby? What's your enthusiasm?
What are you an enthusiast of?
What? You know what?
What's your
I'd say
enthusiasm?
enthusiast, huh?
What are you enthused about?
What's-
What gets
yeah,
you
what-
enthused?
What gets you enthused?
Yeah.
Probably PC, man. PC
PCs
Gaming
are-
Master Race.
Oh yeah.
PC
I
parts.
was say
yeah,
political
I like that.
correctness. I
Love it.
like that too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Master Race. Oh, Dad knows what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The-
All right. What do you
the
got
only
for
way
us?
to play.
What do you got for us?
Alrighty, so I sent a couple photos via Instagram because I need to edit it just in case you can't really see it. But it goes with a short story. Basically, I used to live in a house with a bunch of people. 2 of them always said that, oh, I can see things. I never really believed in much of that. So they forwarded me these photos after they one day just came to my room screaming like, we saw a ghost. We saw a little ghost. And it pretty much went like this. One of them was just talking and the other one was just, chit-chatting from the back of the couch and just stopped. And everybody's like, are you okay? What's going on? And she's like, there's a little kid right there. And she's like,
Oh.
go ahead.
Huh?
So
No, we're just
pretty much-
wincing.
yeah,
We're
we're
wincing because
wincing,
you're talking
yeah.
about little kids.
Now-
It's always scary.
Yes.
Can I
They
can I
said that there's a little kid right. Go
can
ahead.
I share the pictures that you posted?
Well,
yes.
wait till dramatic pause.
Okay,
Let him
all
tell
right.
us about it, then you pop it up.
Okay.
That's
All
scary.
right. But when I pop it up, it's going to show your Instagram name. Is that okay? Or would you rather me not?
You can blur that out, please.
Oh, I can't. I don't have the technology to do that on the fly, dude. What kind of show you think we're running here? All right, it's okay. Well, I'll post it later. I'll post it later on Instagram. But I have them. I see them. I'm
Sounds
looking at them.
What do you think?
Well, I can't see through my.
He can't see through his glasses, but
His tiny
Oh,
glasses.
look here.
This man's wearing the tiniest
Okay.
sunglasses ever.
So pretty much one of them was just like, they paused and they were like, I see a little kid. And obviously one of them was like, you're fucking crazy. You don't see shit. I don't see shit either. And she's like, no, it's right there sitting in front of Dad's little display case. And so she immediately just grabs her phone, takes a photo, and they just scream because they see what I sent over in like the little mirror that was in front of my dad's display case.
Yeah, it's
And
weird.
to this date, that's the only little thing I've ever seen that showed me something from the other side. Because I'm pretty skeptic. I don't believe in a lot of that stuff. So that's the only proof I've ever seen. But yeah, I just want to share that, and get that out there.
Now I will share that and let people know what they think. But before, just because I'll try to pre-answer any questions. Listen, no judgment here. I'm no judgment at all.
he's an
In this
expert.
picture, in the
Ghost
picture,
enthusiast.
I'm a mirror enthusiast. And what I can tell you right now is there's quite a few fingerprints on the bottom half of that mirror. Right? You know what I'm saying? Like if we're looking at the same picture here, right?
Oh, but I see that little eyes and the nose.
Yeah. But I just
That
wanted to
reminds
make
me of what I saw when we were doing Ouija in that picture. It's just
What I-
the same, dude.
what I
That's
just wanted
Zozo.
to ask is I wanted to ask to make sure like you saw. Yeah, it's fucking creepy, but like that's not like any chance that's not part of smudges on the mirror. Like that's something else that's not there after.
I mean, no, they cleaned the mirror afterwards. Nothing was, and well, obviously they saw it because she was just talking with my little sister and they saw it right there in front of the case and just took a photo. But I mean, they've never been able to recreate that. It's just them themselves always say they see shit. And this is the only time they got a photo. And then just came with me like, here's proof. Look, proof.
Yeah, it's pretty creepy. I think I think I can pull this up without showing your stuff. So hold on, give me a second here. I think I figured it out. Sending it to myself there. There we go. Hold
It's
on.
definitely one of those squint, you'll miss it. But I mean, to me, I see a little face. I see a little like evil-looking ET creature face.
We'll have to call Skull Lion.
Yeah.
Ghost
true.
photography enthusiast.
Anyway, you can upload that on a Samsung Pixel for us.
A tablet.
Or Galaxy tablet, whatever it was.
Oh, yeah.
So there's
Definitely low quality photo.
So if you're watching the stream here, here's the picture. I don't know if I can zoom in more.
Enhance.
Well, I was like, I better look at those pictures on the bottom. Make sure there's nothing bad there. That's my camera roll, baby. Yeesh. And see, this is the one, but I can't. For some reason, it's so zoomed out, but it outlines the face. I'll post these on Instagram after the fact. But you definitely see. Like,
yeah, it definitely shrunk. It's shrunk.
Yeah.
It's full screen on my phone.
But yeah, you see something weird with eyes there. That's definitely creepy. So I'll post it on for those watching and stuff. I'll post it on our Instagram later tonight, and maybe we can figure out what it is. Get some more enthusiasts on it.
Sounds good.
Fuck yeah.
Thank you for taking the call, guys. See you guys later.
All right, man. Have a good night.
Take care, buddy.
There we go.
Well, I think that's pretty much it for. We're trying to cap them around an hour. We went a little long. Took a couple calls.
Yeah,
Well, good calls, though.
good calls. Yeah.
Good
Hey,
calling.
first off,
We'll have more next time.
excellent quality on the calls tonight. Everyone listening, excellent
Nobody
quality.
was sleeping.
Right? No one was sleeping. You all knew the rule. You knew you're part of the show, right? Excellent. Commend
Hell
you
yeah.
all for that. Start of spooky season.
Oh,
Shit.
Yeah. We'll get some pumpkin spice lattes for the show. Drink those instead.
I'm gonna have a open Ouija board with a planchette right on it the whole time.
Wendy's is doing pumpkin
I'm not
spice
coming over.
frosties.
Yeah.
It's really good. They're really good.
All right, everyone. As we always say at the end of these things, keep those eyes on the skies.
Nice.
Hey, we're back really quick. Our thoughts are going out to Willie Jenkins. Hey, we just read about your brother.
Sorry for your loss, brother.
Sorry for you. You're here with us, man. Reach out if you need it. Peace,
Take care.
everybody.
Hell yeah.